The NFL draft is almost here, and the Houston Texans are ready to make big moves. But for some of our current players, this night could be the end of their time as starters. Our front office has 4 picks in the top 70, and that means fresh talent is coming to take over. If you value the future of this team and want to stay ahead of every roster change, you need to subscribe right now. We are chasing a Super Bowl, and every decision matters. This is about winning it all, but it might mean saying goodbye very soon indeed. Wyatt Teller is a name that every Texans fan should be watching very closely right now. Even though he just joined our team a month ago, his spot as a starter is not safe at all. Our head coach DeMeco Ryans made it very clear during the owners' meetings that nobody is guaranteed a job. This veteran was brought in to help our offensive line, but the draft could change everything in an instant. If the Texans find a young player they love, this veteran could find himself sitting on the bench before the season even starts. It sounds strange because he is so new to the building, but that is how the NFL works today. Our team is in a position where they want to win right now, and they will not wait for anyone. If a rookie like Emmanuel Pregnon is available on draft day, the team might grab him to be the future of that left guard position. This creates a very tense situation for a player who probably thought his starting role was secure. We have to remember that the front office is looking for the best players to protect our quarterback and open up holes for the running game. If they feel a younger, cheaper player can do a better job than the veteran, they will make that move without hesitation. This is the reality of professional football, where loyalty to a new contract often takes a back seat to draft potential. Fans need to understand that even a big name like this veteran is at risk when the draft begins. The team has enough draft picks to really shake up the depth chart. We are not just looking for backups anymore. We are looking for stars who can help us reach the Super Bowl. This veteran brings experience, but experience does not always win against raw talent and youth. If you are a fan who likes the veteran, you should be a little bit worried about what happens when our team is on the clock. The coaches want competition, and they want the best 5 players on the field at all times. If the draft brings in a high-end prospect, that veteran might be looking at a very different role than he expected when he signed his deal just a few weeks ago. It is a tough business, but it is all about making the team better. This is a pivotal moment for our franchise as we look to solidify the line for the long haul. Jake Andrews is another player who is standing on very thin ice as we approach draft night. He finished last season as our starting center, and he played in the big playoff games, which usually means a player is safe. However, the center position is one area where the team has not made many moves yet this offseason. This young center is currently at the top of the depth chart, but that could disappear in the blink of an eye. The coaching staff has been meeting with several top prospects from big schools like Auburn and Texas A&M. This tells us that they are not entirely satisfied with what they have at the position right now. This young center has shown some good things on the field, but he needs to prove he can be a long-term solution for our offensive line. If a rookie comes in with more size or better technique, this young center could lose his starting job before the first preseason game. We need someone who can lead the line and make sure the blocking is perfect for our star quarterback. This young player did a decent job filling in last year, but decent is not always enough when you are trying to win a championship. The team wants a stalwart in the middle who can handle the strongest defensive tackles in the league. If they find a prospect who fits that mold, they will use one of those high draft picks to bring him in immediately. It is a high-pressure situation for this young center because he knows his job depends on how the draft board falls. If the right names are still available when we pick, the team will pull the trigger on a replacement. This player has the playstyle of a hard worker, but the NFL is about results and high-level talent. The Texans are looking to upgrade every single spot they can to ensure our offense is the best in the league. This young center is a good piece to have, but the team might view him more as a backup than a franchise starter. This is why draft night is so stressful for the guys already on the roster. They are watching the TV just like we are, wondering if their replacement is about to be called. For this young player, the next few days will determine his entire future in Houston. The coaching staff is looking for perfection every single day now. This situation matters so much because the offensive line is the heart of our entire team. If we do not have the right players in front of our quarterback, we simply cannot win games. It is that simple. When we talk about players losing their jobs, it is not just about one person. It is about the safety of our star players. If the team decides to replace a veteran or a young starter, they are doing it to make sure we win more games this year. We saw last season how important it is to have a strong group up front. When the line plays well, our offense looks unstoppable. But when the line struggles, the whole game plan falls apart. This is why the front office is being so aggressive during the draft process. They know that one bad season from a starter can ruin our chances at a deep playoff run. By bringing in new talent, they are trying to create a roster that is strong from top to bottom. This might feel harsh for the players who are already here, but it is the best thing for the fans and the city. We want to see a winning team every Sunday. If that means benching a veteran for a rookie who is faster and stronger, then that is what needs to happen. The risk of doing nothing is much higher than the risk of drafting someone new. If we stay with the same lineup and they fail, we lose another year of our championship window. The consequences of these draft picks will be felt immediately on the field. Better blocking means more touchdowns and fewer hits on our quarterback. It means our running backs will have more room to run and keep the chains moving. This draft is our chance to fix the small holes that kept us from going further last year. Every pick is a step toward becoming a powerhouse in the AFC. We cannot afford to be sentimental about players when a Super Bowl is within reach. This is about the results on the scoreboard at the end of the day. If these moves help us win, then every decision made on draft night will be worth it for this organization. Our goal is simple. We want to be the team that everyone else fears when they see us on the schedule. Let's look at what could happen if these moves work out perfectly for the Texans. In the best-case scenario, the team drafts a superstar offensive lineman who becomes a leader for the next 10 years. This new player comes in and immediately makes the guys around him better. Our quarterback stays clean in the pocket and has all the time in the world to find his receivers. The running game becomes a force of nature, and we dominate the line of scrimmage in every single game. This leads to more wins, a division title, and a real shot at winning the Super Bowl. It would be a dream come true for every fan who has waited years for this team to be great. But there is a much scarier side to this coin that we have to consider. In the worst-case scenario, the team uses their high draft picks on players who are just not ready for the NFL. If these rookies struggle, our offensive line could become even weaker than it was before. We could see our veteran leaders getting frustrated and the chemistry of the team falling apart. If the new players cannot protect the quarterback, we run the risk of a major injury that could end our season before it even starts. It is a massive gamble to replace starters who have already proven they can play in this league. If the team fails to find the right talent, they will have wasted valuable picks and set the franchise back several years. The tension is incredibly high because there is no middle ground here. Either these moves make us a championship contender, or they leave us vulnerable and weak. Every fan should be feeling a bit of nerves as the draft clock starts ticking. We are watching the future of our team being decided in real time. If the front office gets it right, we will be celebrating for months. But if they get it wrong, we will be left wondering what could have been. The stakes are as high as they can possibly get for a professional sports team. We are talking about the difference between a parade in the streets and a season full of disappointment. This is why the draft is the most exciting and terrifying time of the year for everyone involved. We are all waiting with bated breath to see the final outcome. At the end of the day, the Houston Texans are making it clear that no job is safe. They are hungry for success, and they are willing to make the tough choices to get there. Whether it is a veteran like the one we talked about or a young center looking to keep his spot, the pressure is on. This draft will define the next era of Texans football. It is an exciting time to be a fan, but it is also a time of great uncertainty for the players. Be honest with me, would you trust a rookie to protect our quarterback in a playoff game? Or would you rather stick with the veterans who have been there before? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters to this community. While you are there, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are going to be covering every single move the Texans make during the draft and beyond. Don't miss out on any of the updates because this season is going to be a wild ride. Turn on your notifications so you are the first to know the news. We are all in this together as we cheer for our team to reach the very top.